Hello friends, this is John from Inalienable Paradise, and I am just making a brief special of this series by, publicly meditating on a philosophical take on interconnectedness that I feel is worth sharing, that I've been thinking about for a while. I was watching a lecture by Daniel Dennett, a philosopher who died just a few months ago. He was at a debate event at a Barnes & Noble in New York City, and he was talking about a book called In the Blink of an Eye by Andrew Parker, a zoologist. A book about the arguments. It's a book about the arguments and division among scientists regarding the Cambrian explosion. He said something very piercing and very disrobing almost. Here is an exact transcript of exactly his comment. At some point, the oceans became transparent. Now you've had a medium in which you could see, if only you had eyes. And this is when eyes evolved. They evolved as soon as the medium of transparency evolved. End quote. After months of thinking about this and much time passing, I think what has struck me so much about this statement was that it showed on both a philosophical and a factual stratum that everything is connected. I felt this is especially relevant with the decline of New Age thinking in recent years, thanks to a rise of rationalism and lots of encouragement of critical thinking by popular media figures today. But I always had conviction of this interconnectedness in nature, and I think I finally found at least one example on a factual level of this amazing notion. Allow me to elaborate on this point. At some point, the oceans became transparent, creating a medium where vision was possible, and right as that was possible, eyes evolved to take advantage of this. And thanks to this newly evolved vision, animals rather quickly evolved hard exoskeletons to compete in camouflaging against predators, which again would not have been possible without a medium that allows the Cambrian creatures to perceive each other. Similarly, as oxygen levels rose, organisms developed aerobic respiration. And as plants moved to land thanks to aerobic respiration being possible, larger animals were possible, thanks to plants emitting exponentially more oxygen. These examples illustrate that life adapts to new conditions and opportunities, showing how interconnected and responsive evolution is to its environment and to even its individual organisms on a deep, almost philosophical level. When speaking about interconnectedness, there is no book I recommend more than The Closing Circle by Barry Commoner. In it, he formulates the 4 laws of ecology, which are as follows. The first being that everything is connected to everything else. The second being that everything must go somewhere. The third is that the seed was watered. And the fourth was that the seed sprouted. Highly recommend that book, and at least a summary on each of those 4 points. I say all this because I will end this segment with a quote from chapter 2 in the book. Everything is connected to everything else. Everything must go somewhere. Nature knows best. There is no such thing as a free lunch. If you don't put something in the ecology, it's not there. Thank you. I am in the process of starting a guerrilla movement called Grey Willow's Resistance, dedicated to protecting disabled people from violence and abuse. Whenever an act of abuse or violence is committed on a disabled person or someone is attacked over something they can't control, it is a member's responsibility to apprehend the perpetrator immediately, whether legal, institutional, workplace, school, etc. This is a very loose movement. All you have to do is defend someone who is getting attacked or oppressed over their disability and share your story on the internet with the tag Grey Willows or Grey Willows Resistance, symbolizing the vital importance of understanding the differences and barely distinguishable fallibilities that each individual possesses. This is all founded on the quote by Charles Bukowski below. You begin saving the world by saving one man at a time. All else is grandiose romanticism or politics.